Hello everyone, welcome back to another video where today we are going to be talking about a recent report from the Mirror saying that Ncuti Gatwa's future as the Doctor is reportedly in doubt. Now it's important to stress that this largely comes across to me as mostly speculation from the Mirror's end, and it's not from Nicola Metvin, who is normally 9 times out of 10 their most reliable source when it comes to Doctor Who information. They got a lot right during the Jodie Whittaker era, including the departures of Bradley Walsh and Tosin Cole during 2020, the departure of Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall in 2021, as well as things like the Cybermen and Mary Seacole being an episode, but more recently, they also predicted accurately the War Between the Land and the Sea spin-off months and months and months before the official announcement happened just the other day. But that's not the person who's doing this report. This report is by Janine Yacoub and Laura Armstrong. They're not Nicola Metvin, who is normally who I put my most faith in when it comes to the Mirror's Doctor Who reporting. So this is a bit up in the air, and I don't think many of the sources are like that strong for this, and I'll explain why as we go through it. But I wanted to talk to you about this anyway. In truth, I am getting a little bit tired of the constant speculation surrounding the show's future. It's one of the reasons I was hoping for some kind of official word on a season 3 from San Diego Comic-Con. Obviously, I understand it's highly unconventional for any show to have season 3 confirmed before season 2 even comes out, but as Doctor Who fans, I think we do get worried because we've seen Doctor Who get cancelled before. You know, that memory still exists within the minds of Doctor Who fans, so I think it does lead us to being a little bit more conscious when it comes to that sort of thing. It's the same reason we obsess about ratings, probably more so than most other fandoms do, because we've seen the show's ratings be used to justify pulling the plug back in the 80s. But anyway, we're going to go over this report. Subscribe if you're new, that would be greatly appreciated. We are trying to get to 25,000 subscribers and we are less than 800 subscribers away, so any support would be greatly appreciated on that front. I do regular Doctor Who news content here on the channel, so if you want to keep up to date with all the latest, here really is one of the best places to be online. Subscribe if you do, that would be greatly appreciated. Let's get right into it. So as I said, this is a Mirror article and it reads, Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor Who future in doubt after showrunner shock comments. The sex education favourite Ncuti Gatwa will play Doctor Who in the upcoming Series 2, but has so far refused to say if he will stay beyond this commitment. Ncuti Gatwa could be on his way out of the TARDIS as the actor has failed to pledge his future to Doctor Who. The sex education favourite will play the Time Lord in the upcoming Series 2, but has refused to say if he will stay on. And showrunner Russell T Davies has added fuel to the fire by insisting the BBC and Disney have not locked him in to a deal for next season. The shock news emerged when Russell, Ncuti and co-star Millie Gibson promoted Series 2 at the Comic-Con in San Diego, California. US outlets have stated the plot leaves Ncuti's future open-ended. Ncuti told of the pressure he faced as the 15th Doctor and admitted it had taken him 2 years to get a handle on the role. The actor had also said he had no idea if he'd stay on for a 3rd season. And when pushed for an answer on Friday, he smiled nervously and glanced at Russell, who confirmed Ncuti's future on the show was up in the air. We've got season 2, but that's only halfway through, said Russell. We've got months of production to come, post-production to come. It's a long way off, so no decisions yet. Ncuti says playing the Doctor was surreal. Still now, it's a pinch me moment. I am still growing into the Doctor, but season 2 was lovely. It just felt like the suit was fully fitted. I was finding my feet in season 1 and having the time of my life, but season 2 felt like a chance to flex the muscles properly. If he does leave, Ncuti, who is due to star in a West End production of The Importance of Being Earnest later this year, will be one of the shortest serving Doctors. Christopher Eccleston quit after his first series in 2005, while Jodie Whittaker, the first female Doctor, lasted 3 series and 5 specials. So will Ncuti Gatwa regenerate into his successor? We'll have to wait and see. But I think what this is mostly based on is this interview with Variety that was posted shortly before the Doctor Who San Diego Comic-Con panel with Ncuti Gatwa, Millie Gibson and Russell T Davies. And the main bit that they're referring to is this part here.
Well, how much longer will this era last? That's what everybody wants to know. We've got 2 under our belts now. How many more seasons will we get from you all?
Well, we've shot season 2, but that's only halfway through season 2. We've got all those months of post to come. It's a long way off. So no decisions yet, and we are happy making it at the moment. We hope it continues forever.
All right, so do you guys...
So that's all that was really said. So not really enough to make a judgment. And that's the strongest source that's cited in this article, other than them basically saying that US outlets have stated that the ending of season 2 is left somewhat open-ended. Who these US outlets are, I don't know. I've not seen that quote anywhere particularly. If you have, let me know in the comments below. But what I think has happened here is, I think the absence of information, the absence of anything concrete, has led to their trying to be basically a filling in of the gaps by the media and by fans as well. We speculate about what the future could hold all the time as part of the fandom. But I think that's one of the reasons why I did want to see some sort of official word on season 3, or at least somewhat the future of Doctor Who. We do know that the War Between the Land and the Sea was part of the original 2-series commission for Doctor Who on Disney+. I want to clarify, I think a season 3 is happening with or without Disney. We've spoken before about the money that Doctor Who generates for the BBC, and I think it is enough to justify them keeping it on. Obviously, we know it was on the front of their yearly report, so they clearly see it as a viable and, big part of the BBC as an ongoing institution. So I don't think we have to worry about anything on that front. The question will be if Disney picks it up, and obviously the question this article poses is, will Ncuti be in season 3? To be honest, I think it's pretty obvious to me that the answer to that question is yes. And the reason I say that is that there was this quote from RTD a little while ago saying, Russell T Davies implied that a 3rd series with Gatwa is planned, Ncuti's off to do a play, The Importance of Being Earnest, and so we're coming back after that. Amazingly, we might shoot those scripts early next year. Those scripts have to be ready by August for prep. And August, of course, is next month. So it certainly seems, right now at least to me, that the plan at least is to have a 3rd Gatwa series. The question really now is, are Disney going to pick it up? Yes or no? And that's something I would like to hear about in the near future. As I said, I know it's unconventional, but Doctor Who fans do get nervous when we don't hear anything about the future of Doctor Who. So I would like to hear some sort of official word from somebody at some point soon, and hopefully we'll, even if it's just Disney saying, yeah, we're planning on carrying it on for as long as we see it as viable. I mean, we know from, I believe it was one of the Disney data leaks, that they see Doctor Who as a low-budget show, which, if anything, is a good sign, as it indicates that it's a lower commitment to them, and therefore it's easier for them to justify keeping funding it, but we will see. In short, though, I don't think Ncuti Gatwa is leaving, at least not yet. And I hope he's not, because I genuinely do quite like his incarnation so far. This era has had its issues, but it's been the most I've enjoyed Doctor Who in quite a few years. And I do think it would be a shame if he left this early, especially given the reduced episode count as well. But let me know in the comments below what you think about any of this. Please like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you later.